we got some reports that we need to react to. Okay, some guys, they walk in with a limp. And then Justin Fields, I don't even know if he can hit the Goodyear blimp. We're going to dissect it all right? The inaccuracy, right? But the accuracy in the reports, the inaccuracy on the field, we're going to talk it all. It's Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, right. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, jet, let's go! J-E-T-S, jet, let's go! There you go, Woody!
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Woody, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there, baby.
Boy Green
meets Woody. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi, and you already know we are Wudi, rocking everywhere. Hey, my man here, look at him. He is the boy who became king. He is currently on mute, but he's going to come off soon because he is none other than Paul Evan Jr. in the building. Tell us how you doing on this Tuesday afternoon.
I'm doing, baby. How we doing, everybody? On the channel in multiple different destinations. We got a destination wedding happening here, baby. It is a beautiful place. There's love all over the gosh darn building, and it feels terrific. So, Woody, it's great to see you, pal. It's great to be here. There's a lot of things to get to. Although, Woody, I do want to start with some big news. Some big news. So, okay, without further ado, let's get right to it. Let's get to the big news. And it is none other than this, baby. And look at this on your screen. That is Woody's BBQ beer slider, baby, in all its glory. Apparently, video footage eventually to come. Woody, what do you think of your burger? That is made by Chef Kevin Gilbert ahead of time, so we can drool all over it months in advance.
Hey, yo. No, that slider is tremendous. I mean, come on now, Chef Kev. This is something that we talked about, all right? We spent hours on the phone perfectly crafting every centimeter, all right, every taste bud of that slider, and that was perfection. Look at what we have come, and let me not even say we, really he has put together, and it's a beautiful thing. I cannot wait to have 5 of them.
Which, again, feel free, take full advantage, baby, of it here. And we had so many, for those who don't know what the hell is going on here, I mostly don't most of the time. Week 5, Jets Cowboys, Sunday, October 5th. The professional chef Kevin Gilbert, is going to be absolutely going crazy with the menu, baby. And this is Woody's BBQ beer slider. And without further ado, we could talk about real quick Woodster, and then obviously we'll get to all the Jets news that's happening here on the show. Look at all this. This is the full menu, baby. Here on your screen, it is the full Boy Green Wudi tailgate menu with sliders, hot dogs, EZD, Pops, bacon, popcorn. Oh, boy. Look at that. Woody, I think you did a great job working with Chef, with your brainstorming and whatnot and making it all happen. It's obvious here with this menu. And when I read out the things that come with your particular burger, James gosh darn Wudi, a beef slider basted with Tank 7 barbecue beer sauce, melted aged cheddar, applewood smoked bacon topped with smoked pulled pork on a potato bun. Oh, baby.
I'm not gonna lie. Chef killed it with this one. We're gonna have to call the cops because it's a homicide right now. This man killed this menu right now. I can't wait. I literally cannot wait. All of these look incredible. You already know I'm gonna dive headfirst into that EZD. Come on now. It's a beautiful thing, so you don't want to miss it. There's still a couple of tickets left, I believe. October
Yes.
5th, Jets, Cowboys. You get the tailgate with your boys, and then watch the Jets beat them boys.
Oh, there you go. Woody, just flash a couple of these on the screen.
Hey, yo. Hey.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. Okay. Sorry. I'm just sort of losing myself in all of this. And you are right, Woody. There are only a handful of tickets left here. It's Jets Cowboys. It's week 5. They're $300 per person. If you want all that wonderful food that'll be provided by Chef Kevin Gilbert before the game, ticket to the game, Jets Cowboys week 5. That's Sunday, October 5th, section 228A. And of course, the commemorative Jets Cowboys t-shirt, which I'm going to have to show Woody for the first time. It's right in front of me. You guys haven't seen it yet, but it's sitting right behind this camera. I'm going to show Woody after, after we go off air. Eventually, you guys can see it, but Woody's got to see it first, of course, before we release it to the masses. So there's some great stuff happening, and we'll have more details to come. But again, get it while the getting's good. I think we have 3 tickets left. 3 ticket packages left, and then it's over. And then you guys will have to figure it out on your own if you guys are going to come. So just wanted to give some love with all that coming in, Woodster, and you get to see your burger for the first time. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I mean, it almost reminds me of the day I seen my son for the first time. It was just absolutely beautiful.
Wow. Yeah. Those are definitely the same thing. Yeah. I love that.
Hey, now.
All right, Woody. Yeah. Yeah, and look at everybody. Yeah, JCK. Shout out to everyone who's watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe at Take Flight Talk, at BoyGreen25 here on YouTube, baby. Spread the love if you can. We're also streaming live on both of our Instagrams and on Twitter at BoyGreen25 as well. So wherever you're watching and consuming the show, we appreciate you. So appreciate you guys very much. Woody, let's get into some concerning news. Well, depending, I guess, on your perspective, we'll get into some concerning news here. AG spoke a couple hours ago, and he gave some injury updates. Woody, there's already a lot of players that have already been ruled out. It's preseason week for Jets Packers. Xavier, here are some of the players that were ruled out before today. Chris Boyd, he's the special teamer. He's ruled out, has a shoulder injury. Xavier Gibson was ruled out. He has a shoulder injury. And those are sort of backup players. 2 full-time starters that are ruled out. John Simpson, our starting left guard, he has a back issue, so that's giving you a little heebie-jeebies, but AG says nothing to worry about. And Quinnen, as we talked about last week, he has a calf, and they're being extra precautious with that. So those 4 players are out. But the player that became out today is Mason Taylor, Woody, and he has a high ankle sprain, apparently, that he's dealing with. So he's out for this week at a minimum. And that led us to, another, I don't have the Law and Order sound effect. If I did, I would play that right now. But the dun-dun. It's Aaron Glenn versus the Jets media again. So Aaron Glenn starts off his presser today, Woody, and says, hey, Mason Taylor, high ankle sprain. He's out for this week. Later in the presser, Connor Hughes of SNY says, boy, the transition from college to the pros is pretty tough on the tight end position there, coach. And that can be challenging. And then he said, so, missing all this valuable time that Mason seems set to miss, is that alarming to you, coach? And AG had this response. Let me make sure I have it here appropriately so we could give the full quote here from Coach AG. And it is, he said this. In response to Connor Hughes, he said, well, you guys are the ones that said it was challenging. I never said that. He's a damn good player. He has the pedigree of being an NFL player because of his dad. I think he's going to be just fine. I'm not worried about that player at all. So, dun-dun. AG versus media, another chapter in that book. So where do you stand with this, James Woody? Because Mason Taylor, he could be second or third on the team in targets, but high ankle sprains, those can be a little questionable. AG ain't worried about it. Should we be?
That's a good question, Boy Green. I personally am not too worried. In terms of the reps and things like that, I do think he'll be fine. He's been having, a fantastic camp. He looked good, during OTAs. And like AG said, that pedigree, that to me, that matters. Growing up around football, this is his life. He's about this. He's about this. So I don't think missing 2 weeks or however many weeks will make too much of an impact on the grand scheme of things. And I'm talking about obviously career wise, but season wise. I don't think like you said, he is projected to be in the top 3 of targets. I don't think this impacts that stat at all. I think he'll be good to go. High ankle sprain. I'm not expecting him to miss week 1 or nothing. And if they're saying that if he's able to get it out there for a preseason game, obviously that's preferred. But if not, knowing who he is, where he comes from, he should be all right.
By the way, our number one Austrian Jet fan getting in the mix with a $2 Euro Super Chat, which translates to a normal $3 Super Chat here in the United States of America. So we appreciate that. Austrian getting another raffle ticket for a contest. He has now claimed first place all to his own, a very familiar spot. If you want to crowd him, the crowd his ass here on the program. Every time we get a Super Chat, here we go.
Wow.
King BG and Woodinator for life. For life. We got to get a tattoo of that on our lower backs. That's for sure, baby.
Hey,
so,
yo.
I don't know. You can pick wherever you want to put it, baby. But King BG and Woodinator, appreciate you, Austrian. And again, a healthy reminder that our contest this month is only $3 a pop. Last month, me and Woody did a very special giveaway where it's $20 raffle tickets and subscribing to both of our channels. It is now returned back to normal, where if you just pay or spend $3 on the channel with super chat, super stickers, memberships of any kind, you are eligible for our monthly giveaway. So Austrian, you are well in it, and so is everybody else that wants to be a part of this thing. So feel free to take full advantage here on the Gaston program, baby. And our big giveaway this month, Woodster, is some Super Bowl III gold coin. It's flashed in 24 karat gold. I have no idea what that means. It's a jewelry term, apparently. And there's that sweet-ass New York Jets logo Athletic Prime hoodie t-shirt. Plus, we have a random vintage Jets player t-shirt from yesteryear. That'll get thrown in the mix. One lucky person will win all these prizes on September 1st. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Hey, something I want to throw at you real quick, Woodster. And thank you, Austrian Jet fan, for throwing that in. I see memberships are flying in from the high heavens. I want to get to that in a second, too. There's going to be cornhole at our tailgate, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Indy Jets has proposed that we do a cornhole tournament, and then I bring some prize for whoever the winner is to give away. Your thoughts?
Wow. He's a competitive dude, huh? He's pretty competitive.
Apparently. I've never met him before, but that's my vibe. Yeah.
Sure. Well, I mean, if it's something that we can do, like logistically, why not? That won't take up too much time. That's another thing, with teams and stuff. Obviously, we got a game to watch, but yeah, I mean, logistically, I'm in.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know who he's teaming up with though. I don't know if he can.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Probably not, but people got to do what they got to be able to do, and it looks like Woody, as I'm looking this up here on the channel, we got to continue to re-rack who is where and up is down and left is right for all these people that are getting involved on the giveaways here, Woodster. But we have a new leader on the board here, and it's J-Boy, baby. J-Boy. First off, with the 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Time. 5 memberships or more are gifted, Woody. We play a video, and I already know what J-Boy wants. He wants some of this.
I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Look at that. And then J-Boy with another one to confirm that he is the king that reigns supreme. With his 6 gifted memberships, he now surges into first place. He has 7. Austrian Jet fan at 6. So J-Boy has reclaimed the crown, and we'll read who all these members are in a second. Oh, yank, baby. Hell yeah. There you go. Giving the old membership button, the old yank. Appreciate you, pal. And just like that, you are involved in our contest as well. So God bless America. Here are all the new members to the Gaston Boy Green Coffee Club. Let's read these out. We got Whatever Wizard, Lil HP, Matthew Sereno, M. Jaludi, and J-Boy somehow gifted a membership to himself by gifting it out to the universe. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but very impressive. And J-Boy also gifted out a membership to Kyle Clifton. All Yank went to Travis Preheem. Welcome back here on the program. Hey now, we got a lot cooking here on the show. It's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good.
Definitely pretty damn good. But as my friend M. Villette has pointed out, not everything has been good.
Oh, okay. So, well, let's transition the best way we can, Wudi, from very good to Justin Fields, baby, our New York Jets quarterback extraordinaire, Justin Gosh darn Fields, who apparently, it's been a little this, a little bit of that on Justin Fields. It's been a little hit and miss. From what we're hearing out in the universe on,
a lot of miss.
That's what some people have, seen at camp. But he also had a really nice practice on Friday of last week, which was spectacular. So it's been a little give or take. So my first question is to this, Woody. It's sort of similar to what we said with Mason Taylor. Like, boy, how concerning is this injury? Sort of in the same light that Connor Hughes said, boy, he could miss a couple of weeks. Is that important? Is that not important? What is that? We go to Justin Fields. Now, it's hard for me to say this, but more often than not, there have been some Justin Fields inconsistencies. Sure, there was the practice that Rich Samiti talked about on Friday was his best practice at camp. He described him as on fire and said he was killing it. But there's been some inconsistencies, including today from old Justin Fields. Here was Connor Hughes on today from Justin Fields. He finished 9 of 17 with 2 interceptions. He said, I did not have a completion beyond 5 air yards. He took 3 sacks. Stats do not include 1 of 4 passing with an interception in his 7-on-7 period. That would have been 3 interceptions on his tally, but he said he kept that separately. He said Fields has had a rough go of it lately. He is 15 of 43. That's a 34% completion percentage with the 2 interceptions and full teamwork in his last 3 practices. Woody, this is practice, so we're going all Allen Iverson on you. But how concerning is this as we've got the first preseason game coming up this week, and AG has not revealed whether or not the starters are going to play?
How concerning. For me personally,
sure,
this does not move the needle. It is not.
So it's not concerning for you at this point.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, I would like to establish I probably have a different view of Justin Fields than the average Jets fan who, there are thousands of people who legitimately think he could be an MVP candidate this year. One of them is on the screen above me. Me coming in this season with absolutely zero, not even 0.10, zero expectation of that being a thing. Seeing these numbers is like, okay, Fields is here. He's here. Can it get better? Of course, clearly. I am not expecting this to be his numbers during the season. Anyone who's reading these numbers and expecting that should be ashamed of themselves. These practices, and somebody said it in the comments, that's the whole point of practicing is to, work out kinks, to figure things out. And that's what Fields is doing. So to try to say that this is foreshadowing of the season, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. And last year, the example that I consistently give is Matthew Stafford last year was throwing pick sixes left and right, and they were a couple of games out of the Super Bowl. For this, the struggles, that does not mean we're going 0-17. But I again, as unlikely as 0-17 is, I think it's equally unlikely to see Justin Fields in any MVP discussion.
Interesting. Wow, look at Wudi not jumping all over Fields. I had fully anticipated you kicking him and slugging him and asking for his money. I thought you were going to bug him a little bit.
I've never had anything personal. I don't have any. I'm rooting for the guy. I'm rooting for him to not be terrible. So what are you talking about? I'm rooting for the guy. There's no personal disdain for Fields. Obviously, if he becomes an MVP candidate, that only means great things for our team. So that's
Of
what I hope.
course.
It's just not what I expect.
Right. Well, I would just say, I have a memory of an elephant. I never forget anything. That's what people say in my life. I've heard people say that. Hopefully, I don't say that too loud. My fiance will immediately yell, "That's not true at all." But the point is that, Woody, if we go back to free agency, one of your fears was the Jets signing. You may have even been specific to say Justin Fields, or you definitely said the situation, a Justin Fields, where it doesn't put you in this.
Nope, my
was?
number one
Okay.
fear, specifically Justin Fields.
Okay, well, there you go. So, and I see all the memberships coming in. We'll address those in a second. Hey-o, thank you very much, everybody, those coming in. But I would say that, so to your point, you said it specifically, that adding a Justin Fields in your mind was not going to win us the Super Bowl, but it wasn't going to give us a number one pick either. So it was purgatory, which people say is the worst thing you could be in sports. And by the way, I sort of agree. Not being good enough to make the playoffs, but not being shitty enough to have a top pick. Like you're just stuck in this morass for a long time. Random. So I don't know if Alon is watching the show, but this is a random shot at the Atlanta Hawks. I had always thought about when Al Horford was back on the Hawks. I was like, oh my God, this team is in forever purgatory. They're never winning a championship, but this team doesn't suck enough to have a top pick. And I always that was just my definition of purgatory growing up. I'm like, yikes, the Atlanta Hawks. That's the worst place you can be. Just hanging in there in the middle forever and never knowing when you're going to break through. So that was the fear of one James Wudi when Justin Fields was brought in here. And Justin Fields is what he is right now. I would say in the same thing, a lot of the same things you said. I don't want to say no concern. Like I'd rather not be seeing these horrific statistics and people talk about this on social media. But at the end of the day, it's practice. You want to see what you could get away with. Nick Faria joined Boy Green Daily on Monday, and there were some nasty numbers, not from Justin Fields on Friday. Again, the Friday practice was good, but the green and white scrimmage, apparently Justin Fields looked awful by the numbers. He was 2 of 10, and it looked bad. Nick, who has been another guy that people have said, that guy hates Justin Fields' guts. Well, he came on the show and defended Justin Fields on Monday and said, hey, yeah, I know everyone's seeing the 2 of 10, but I was there. And, Garrett Wilson dropped this. 3 of these were drops. A couple of them he threw into tight windows on purpose to see if he could get away with a throw. So he said, sure, people are going to see 2 of 10 and go, initiate the gag reflex. But he said, when you add the context in, it actually was that bad. And he says, and I'm not I don't know if he said this directly, but he hasn't been a big Justin Fields guy this entire time. So to me, I'm not worried about it. Not yet, anyway. And there's just a lot of layers here. He's recovering from the dislocated toe. I'm sure that's uncomfortable / he sort of has to work through it. He's got the plastic toe cover on. We'll see what happens. He's learning a new offense, all kinds of new teammates. There's just a lot of layers to this. Now, when he struggles in the regular season, we owe it to ourselves, Woody, to be objective and to say what he's doing good and what he's doing bad. And when trends are going this way and trends are going this way, we owe it to ourselves to make sure that we paint the lines clear when that occurs. At this point, Justin Fields we're in training camp, right? We're not even in a preseason game, which again, I don't even know if he's going to play in the preseason at all anyway. Aaron Glenn said he will share whether or not any of his starters are playing later this week. So the Jets have an off day tomorrow. They're back on Thursday, so we may get that before our show on Thursday, Woody, where we have some insights. I believe that's the last time they could talk to him. So it's either Thursday or Friday. So we'll see whatever that answer ends up being. But no, I'm not worried about it either yet.
I hope I gotta. Where's my pen? I gotta write this down. Today's.
Okay.
Because I gotta see. Hopefully you stay true to the words that you just said, Boy Green, about that objectivity. All right.
Sure. Right. Yeah.
When certain guys play and make certain things happen. All right. August 5th. All right.
Okay.
We at what, like the 20? You probably said like the 23-minute mark.
Yeah, okay. Somewhere in that range. Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps. Because we gonna see the objectivity later in the year, Boy Green. You can see, but no, I mean, let's see. I really hope that like we said, it's practice. Kinks. You talking about the toe? Yeah, sure. I mean, I see my guy Francisco Lindor, play with a toe injury, and so we'll see about that. And his was broken. Talking about dislocated. But we'll see what happens, and not overly worried. I do want the starters to play. Projected starters. Fields is an important one to play. Maybe like I said, right? Patrick Mahomes plays in preseason, so there's really if the gold standard, platinum standard is playing. Like I don't understand why how you could be anyone below that and be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna play. And Mahomes, he played, all the all 17 games last year. Or when he actually no, that's actually not true because he Carson Wentz started.
Yeah, week 18 against Denver. Yeah, right. But I get what you're saying.
Exactly. It's not like injury, like he was, he ain't, care nothing. So yeah, with Fields or whoever the QB is, I'm always going to want them to play. And then for some of the other guys out there, obviously, if Fields is out there, give him the first string to work with. The first person that comes to mind as someone who I wouldn't really care too much if they played is like Quinnen. Quinnen's been here a bajillion years.
Sure.
He's our guy. He has calf soreness. All right, he don't have to play. But everyone else, what's your especially since everybody's so young now, right? AG, cut everybody over the age of 19. So okay, like everyone's so young, get out there and play. Nick Folk, if you want to sit out, all right, fine. Let's give Mevis some kicks in the preseason before you guys eventually cut him. But I think everyone should expect to play.
Okay, there you go. Let's get some memberships and DNY for Life gifting a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Every time 5 memberships or more gifted, folks, you know what happens. We get some Wudi Rocket Everywhere. I love the hand motions in Wudi. He's got some of this going on, and then the he's getting some of that action in there on that JETS chant. We'll see what other motions are happening. Peter, I believe, is returning for our tailgate this year. Is that correct, Woodster?
That should be the case. It should be the case.
So not official, but
yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Now,
all right, anywho, he's probably coming. Yep, right. But we'll get that in. I'll read those memberships in a second. And Yank claiming the number 1 overall spot. Hey now. Speaking of motion, speaking of movement, he's hitting us with a little icky shuffle.
Number 44.
Woo! 44, that's me!
Get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts.
Woo! Give me some!
Get some of that action here on the program. Yank, baby. Number 1 on the leaderboard. Number 1 in your hearts. All right, let's read all these members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Jersey Jet, Brian Farrell, Joe Rano, Just the Tipman. Ooh, that's a good fantasy team name. I like that. Jet Life 321, Mr. Roberts, Party with Peg and Artie, Gucci Finesse, James Kennedy, Mr. Flowers, NYJ Dave, Christian Bainbridge, SoCal Jets fan Shad, Mahar Khalil, Backwoods Aren't Cool. There you go. All the memberships raining from the high heavens. And you guys are represented on the leaderboard down below, led by Yank. Toot. James Wudi. Toot, baby.
Toot. Welcome aboard.
Come along for the ride. I appreciate you. Hey, look, Badshaw asked this. I can't remember, Wudi, if you're a Madden guy, but Badshaw says, BJ, you excited to be playing with a scrambling Jets quarterback on Madden for the first time on Thursday? I'd give Geno Smith a little, and you can see a bit of love for the old Madden Geno days of him running around, but come on now. It's not like Justin bleeping Fields. And I am a guy, and I've played some online Madden. I am a guy that likes to, I sort of hang in the pocket for a second. I'm like, oh, nothing there. Deuces. I start rolling out the pocket, and I'm looking around. I'm like, well, I'll run around, yippee skippy, and I'll start making noise. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I didn't realize it was Thursday until just now because I've been so buried in Jets work, but that's sweet. But the only thing that's so weeder, DNY for Life refuses to be put down, baby. Another 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Hey now. Did we say toot earlier?
Get ready for the pain, woman! The pain train is coming!
Here we go, baby. Here we go. DNY for life. 5-pack of Boy Green Gaston Coffee Club membership. He has 15 memberships now, so he jumps in front of Old Yank. Let's give the 5-day membership to Boy Green Coffee Club here. New York native Dan Philcox, Coochie, Brian Edwards, and David Bruce, all now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club, baby. This is getting competitive, Wudi. Any advice as all these trading blows are happening in the streets?
Never give up. And, keep on fighting. Keep on fighting. Keep up the good fight. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I love that. So DNY for life, you now have 15 raffle tickets for our contest this month. And Old Yank, you are now in second place with your 11. So we'll keep that in mind here as we're rocking and rolling here on a beautiful Tuesday on the show. Woody, I know we're going to get more into this, I'm sure, on Thursday's episode. But what are you hoping to see in the preseason?
I think the biggest thing that could show you that there's change and that, Aaron Glenn is indeed, the coach that he's trying to say he is the discipline. I think that's a huge thing that because, preseason, there's a lot that you can't see. These starters are playing, they might not even play, right? They, if I'm a betting man, they're probably not going to play. If they do play, 1 drive, 2 drives. So down the line, even down to the guys who eventually will get cut, they are in practice, running drills, running scrimmages, every day. That discipline showing us that, okay, they are able to, shift legally, not, commit a false start or some, ridiculous penalty. Now, of course, sometimes, there are, the roughing the passers that, are sus, with this new NFL rules. But, things that are especially egregious. I remember one preseason game, Jalen Hurts was running. He was literally out of bounds. And Quincy Williams, my guy, just clocked, literally,
so out of bounds. So out of bounds. And we're like, what the and the Eagles sidelines, like the heck? Like it wasn't close. Sometimes it's close. Come on now. Like we're both that was not close. And that just seemed to be the epitome, Woody, of what was Quincy Williams' problem. And I always described him, and I'm sure players love being described as dogs in this way, that he was just a dog. Traffic goes by. Ooh, woo, 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 and he just easily distracted. He was high energy, high effort, but he over pursued. And again, if I could put any player on a lab table and they were one of 2 choices, I had 2 choices from the gods and I'm making a player. It's over pursue or under pursue. I'm picking the over pursue guy and hoping I could coach him to rein it in a little bit as opposed to trying to will somebody else to be able to sort of get that energy and chutzpah.
Exactly. And I think they did. And that's why he is who he is today. Right, I feel like he is now one of the best linebackers in football. But that's an example. That's a pure discipline thing. Whereas I would want to see none of those. This entire preseason. Show me a disciplined team. That's something that's going to make me feel good moving forward into the season. That okay, this is a different team because that's a lot of people talk about last year and they talk about, last year wasn't a 5-win roster. That I feel like that should be clear. But what they did not have was coaching. So with, the core guys, being the same. And now, we drafted in a lot of guys that we're about to see for the first time. I want to see that they are being coached. Because that's what's going to give me the confidence coming into next year that, when other teams talk shit, I can, fight back from my school. Hey, what are you talking about? Have you seen our coach? Or coach, all right? Not defensive, not offensive, just a coach, all right? Look at what's about to happen. So, yeah, I would say that's the big thing I'm looking for.
Yeah, I was going to see if I could find it real quick. I can't find that preseason hit, but that would have been funny. I have not thought about that in a couple of years, but that would certainly That's first on the mind. And let's answer some more questions and comments coming from the chat. Ole Yank makes his intentions clear. I want that flip coin, feller. And that flip coin is right here. That's that gold Super Bowl III coin as it is on your screen. Here it is. I have it right here. So we'll go solo screen here for a second so you guys can see this. All right. Here we go. We're going to hear Woody's play-by-play. It comes with this mini certificate of authenticity saying that it's a Super Bowl game coin collection straight from the NFL. It's a limited edition coin, one of 10,000, and it's gold flashed. And there is the coin. Look at that. I mean, that thing is unbelievable. From Super Bowl III coin flip, comes with a certificate of authenticity. Nice case. It's not just the straight-up gold coin, and this velvet case thing comes with it. Oh, it's sweet. To be honest, I don't want to give it away, but hey man, I'm a man of the people, so you got to do what the people want. So, but it looks sweet as hell. So good luck, old Yank. Good luck, buddy. And everybody.
The people's champ.
That's for dang sure. Yeah. First off, I want to give a shout out here. I see on Instagram my boy Scoop B, who's an NBA insider extraordinaire. He's jumping on the gram. He is like going crazy. So I see he went Boy Green, and I'm going Scoop B. So a little shout out back and forth. Yeah, what do you want to give someone a shout out, please?
Yes, of course. My girl Jenergy, one of my favorite Jets personalities out there. Pretty much echoing our same sentiments, right? A lot of people want to make huge conclusions off of a couple of practices. It's premature. It's definitely premature. So people just take a deep breath, like this, and relax.
Goose fraba.
Yes, I like it. I like it.
Okay, very nice. There you go. That's beautiful. So shout out to Jenergy. She made that comment on the Take Flight Talk YouTube channel. So guys, make sure you're showing your love on both YouTube channels. You can throw in those comments. I see Bubba Badshaw here said Jalen had picked up his water bottle before Quincy made contact as he was there on that sideline. It felt that way. I was like, Quincy, what are you doing, man? So sometimes, you immediately yell like, come on, Ref, what are you seeing? I was like, oh boy. Yep, that one tracks. And look at this Johnny Boy getting some SummerSlam in here. Thoughts on Cody winning the chip? I think it's lame, Johnny Boy says. Woody?
My son was really upset about that.
Oh, wow.
Hates Cody. He was like, Cena. I understand it. That's usually what happens in wrestling. The old dog comes back, wins it, and then drops it back off to the same person he got it from. If you're tracking, depending on how long you've been watching pro wrestling, The Rock literally did the exact same thing. He came back, he beat Cena, and then he lost it back to Cena. Giving him that rub. So that's what Cena doing the exact same thing to Cody Rhodes, who I guess they now believe to be the next one to carry the torch. So while it's not something that makes me jump for joy, I didn't jump for joy 10 years ago when they did it with Cena. So I'm not jumping for joy right now with Cody. My son was definitely not jumping for joy, but it is what it is. Adrenaline in the soul. Yes.
There you go. I would say this. I thought they killed it on SummerSlam, man. And the thing that surprised me,
it was fantastic. Like it was
I really enjoyed it. The
whole show.
I thought they did a marvelous job.
Say Boy Green, but okay.
Yeah. We could go through that in a second. I thought it was marvelous. And Cody, so John Cena remaining clean the entire time. Some people were like, well, now wait just a second here. Just all of a sudden he went. It reminds me of the worst movie I've ever seen, which we brought up last week. I don't know how this keeps coming up. Superman, Batman, and Martha, huh? We're best friends. I'm like, what? So it brings us this, right? Cody Rhodes like, hey, John, you were a good guy. He's like, yeah, I am. that guy, the champ is here. And like his action figure got water in it, so he just started saying all of his catchphrases like, the champ is here. You want some? Go get some. And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, that's weird. Is that fake? Is that real? Like, what's going on here?
Right.
And then he was clean throughout it. And oh my God, come on, man. The Cena Cody match was awesome. Back and forth. And I'm like, damn. And to me, that John Cena's shown a couple of these matches. I'm like, oof, that dude looks like he had a gas. And I'm like, maybe we should cut this John Cena farewell tour a little short. It looks like he might be out of some energy. And when he had a burst like that, it sort of was like a renaissance back to some of his earlier years. I was like, man, John Cena put in that work. That was a good match.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything bad about the performance or the storytelling of the main event. In the main event, the previous night, both nights ended with a big return. So I can't say nothing bad about those. But yeah, I don't know the card as a whole. I don't know, but yeah, Cena, Cody, they did some serious work. Brock Lesnar, is that dude.
God,
here comes the beast.
What a surprise. Come on, that one I don't know how it did for other people, because like I've seen a few surprise videos, but like when it happened, so John Cena loses clean, I'm like, that can't be it. Something else has to happen. Where's The Rock? Where's something? And then like just, oh, thanks everybody, God bless. And I'm like, man, that's weird. And then bum. I'm like, holy shit, Brock Lesnar. And I'm just in my house with no one else. And I'm just like freaking out. I was like, what in the world? I'm like, what? And then, so that was insane. But I will tell you that, man, now that, and apparently some people didn't love it, the Seth Rollins the night before, like when CM Punk beat Gunther, and I'm saying to myself, is there any way? No. Is there, like, is something about to come out? I'm like, no, because like the injury was real. Like in my mind, the injury was real. And for those who are not Rich Eisen show fans, Seth Rollins filled in for Rich Eisen for 2 days on his national sports show, not just wrestling, national sports show. And you see him because like they have like these like almost like the 24/7 camera, so you can see him like limping to the desk, like when no one's watching. Just he still go through, and you're like, what? I mean, there's no way. Like, look at him. He's limping to the desk. A 12-year-old kid called the Rich Eisen show when Seth Rollins was hosting and said, hey, Mr. Rollins, I'm such a big fan. Do you think with another injury this late in your career, is this going to be it? And he's like, and he puts his hand over his face, gets a little emotional. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to do my best to try to work back. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy's really injured. Like, obviously, look at the lengths he's going. And then this, I'm like, he lied to a 12-year-old kid on a random national sports show. And he was crutching at home to sell it to random people that may have just caught him. When he got hurt at the Saturday night main event and crawled out of the ring and all the lights are off and fans are doing like little shots from the front row, and he's going, fuck, I'm hurt again. And he's saying that to himself, and he's selling that for what people could capture on social media and send out, which would sell it even more. Like, I can't believe anything in wrestling ever again now. Everything I think could be a work or not be a work. Like, that's insane, man.
We might need to open up a wrestling podcast. I heard you do some 3 new voices that I've never heard you do.
Okay.
Boy Green.
There we go.
That 12-year-old kid. That's pretty funny. No, that I mean, but that's all fair. I mean, Seth is a pro. Literally one of, in my opinion, one of the greatest to ever lace them up. He is a pro's pro. Top guy for a long time. And I don't even know. Maybe he was hurt, but it wasn't as bad. That happens a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say that surprise, definitely was a bigger deal, or not a bigger deal, but like a bigger surprise for me than Brock, even though obviously like Brock, I was not expecting Brock Lesnar, but whenever Cena is chilling in the ring by himself, Brock Lesnar is always liable to come out. For Seth to do what he did, that was something that I really wasn't expecting. But
and like think about that. So he comes out with the crutches, and you're like, oh, maybe he's just giving him the warning shot of like, hey man, when I heal up, your ass is grass. And he turns around, he's like, and then stops and crutches started like, no, why? What? This poor bastard had this reign for 5 minutes, and Seth Rollins like, I'm cashing in, you bastard, and beats the bleep out of him with a briefcase. You're right. Maybe we just need a wrestling podcast. I apologize to everyone as I go off on tangents here, but look at this. Old Yank has now seized first place again. The competition continues. Oh boy. Oh, baby.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
And old Yank loves that gold coin, and he wants a piece of that booty. So let's reveal the 5 new members to the Gaston Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to old Yank here. Coach Drunk Chris Curtis, TB, Luis Cordova, Mario Correa, and the big fella. Welcome back to the big fella as well, back here on the channel. So, old Yank, you have reclaimed first place in our raffle. You now have 16 raffle tickets. You just edged out DNY for Life, who's got 15 raffle tickets. So keep those coming. Again, this will be you guys can continue to submit raffle tickets throughout the entire month of August, which is going to be pretty gosh darn awesome from that perspective. All right, Wudi, obviously we got our Thursday show coming up here in a little bit. Is there anything else you wanted to get to from today's Jets camp report, the Mason Taylor injury, Will McDonald, a couple other little nuggets? He had back spasms. That's sort of scary. We'll see if there's anything to report there. Aaron Glenn didn't seem worried about it. Tyrod Taylor, he's battling a knee issue, and AG sort of decided, yeah, he's old. You know, he turned 36 over the weekend. Like, it's not like something that happened. It's just like he's old, and he's got old balls, as Adam Sandler said. So, every once in a while, it seems like some, sort of whatever the word is. Yeah, maintenance. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. So, some maintenance there for him. He says he does not anticipate it being a long-term injury, which again, for preseason, that opens up the door for Brady Cook and Adrian Martinez. So,
yeah, I think you meant Adrian Martinez and Brady Cook.
What did I say?
Brady Cook and Adrian Martinez.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah.
Do you see? Okay. Yeah. So
I definitely don't. I must have missed out. But yeah. There you go, Rocky. Okay,
hey.
Yeah. So those kids get an opportunity.
Yes. I mean, I think one thing. You probably already talked about it. That unofficial depth chart. There were a couple of things on there, and that was probably the biggest thing for me was to see, the order of those QBs that we just said. But there were some things in there. So I'm super excited that this is a week that we will see guys in Jets uniforms play football with our very own eyes and television. That's super exciting. It's been too long. So all of that is exciting. But in terms of, these injuries, these day-to-day things, I know everybody love to ride that roller coaster, the high of, greatest practice I've ever seen, the low of, 15 of 79. But, none of those individual days really matter too much. It is the process of going through these reps, developing chemistry, and being coached by this new regime. That is the process. And as long as everybody, makes it out without a, torn something, no tears of any kind, that is a win. That is a win. That is something we can celebrate. So again, keep calm and keep cheering on.
All right, let's wrap up with a few comments here, Woodster, here on the show. M. Villette asked, do you guys think Justin Fields played well for the Steelers last year in his 6 games, his 6 starts? Woody.
Well, he definitely wasn't asking us because him and Johnny have been, discussing the career of Justin Fields thus far.
Right. Well, we'll pretend like he asked us. Do you think Justin Fields played well for the
Steelers? I think this has been very well documented that I don't think he was anything special. I don't think the Steelers thought he was anything special. That's clearly why he was benched for a better quarterback that then did better things for the team.
Did he? I don't know if that's true.
It's hard to argue since everybody's stats picked up in the Russell era.
Did the win percentage pick up? No, it didn't. No.
Well, the scoring picked up. The score. As injuries happen, right, and the defense stops shutting people down to 9 points.
Sure.
Unfortunately, 12 points can't win a football game every time. But in terms of the offensive production, the points per game, the players' individual yardage, everything picked up after Russell returned to his rightful place as a starting QB.
It sounds like that they held Justin Fields back, that they told him to be more conservative. And while that led to some completion percentage career highs, touchdown interception ratio total, interception percentage, the fewest amount of times he threw an interception over a course of period of time. It sounds like they held him back. So, like, I don't know if that's fair to say, hey, Justin Fields did this and these numbers were down here. If he was doing what the coaches were asking him to do, then he was just doing his job. So maybe we don't know.
That literally doesn't even make sense. And why did someone come in and do better? That literally makes no sense.
But he didn't do better though. Like they ended up being the same thing. They went to
But they weren't. Like it is night and day. Like George Pickens was averaging like 20 yards a game, and then Russell comes in and boom, we're talking about 80. We're talking about 100. 60. Sure. Like that. It's night and day.
So let me ask you a question.
As our guy, the person who asked the question.
Okay.
Right, has pointed out the Steelers defense allowed 10 points per game in these wins that you're trying to credit. Justin Fields willing his team. The person who was willing was T.J. Watt, was out here doing some serious work. But
so let me just ask you a question: if you could have one of these two quarterback options this season for the Jets, Justin Fields or Russell Wilson, who would you pick?
Again, I've gone on record multiple times, and I've already said Russell's on my list of top 5 QBs to pick up, and Justin Fields was number 1 on my top QB to avoid. So we've already established this.
Hey, no, I know. I just wanted to reiterate it for the fans here on August 5th. So just wanted to just get that in there. I just want to get that in there. But all right. We'll see. By the way, are we going on the Jets cruise? I don't know if you've heard about that. Shout out to Reese here. Hey, BG, are you going? And I'll throw Woody in here too. Are we going on the Jets cruise next year? I see that's been trending. There's a bunch of Jets social media content creators going. Jake Gasman, Matt O'Leary, Ryan, Green Bean, a couple others. I don't want to miss anybody, but there's some big ass Jets cruise going on next May. Woody, are you hopping in on that?
I mean, I didn't receive the invitation, so I can't.
Neither did I, for that matter. But so,
yeah, I don't know. I can't catch a pass that isn't thrown. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, well, don't worry. This year, Justin Fields is going to be throwing plenty of passes that he'll be able to catch. Bow, plenty of passes for sure that he will be able to catch. I see that coming. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap up the program. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We have 300 people watching on my side live. Appreciate you. Like the video, hit subscribe. If you're on the Instagram, we see you now. I see you. Scoopy. And Alex Brooks, my fiance Tatiana, fellow Paul, Johnny Boy WWE. Okay, there you go. Or worldwide, excuse me. I threw the E in there. There's no E in there. But thank you, everybody on the gram. Sorry, I just got wrestling on the mind now, apparently. So appreciate you guys. That was a lot of fun conversation. Appreciate you. Me and Woody will be back on Thursday at 3 o'clock. And it looks like I won't have a Boy Green Daily tomorrow, Woody. It looks like I'm going to be ending the streak because I'm going to Buffalo Bills training camp undercover. I'm being a credentialed media member at Buffalo Bills training camp tomorrow. So I'm heading up with Jim the Man-Child Lurch, and I'm going to be trying to get all kinds of trade secrets, and they're going to be hard knocks cameraing me, obviously. Why wouldn't they be? So, Woody, any insights, any advice? I'm heading to Bills camp tomorrow?
Spygate, just, try to record everything you can, send it over to our guy, AG, and,
Great.
Don't get caught.
Okay, beautiful. And I'll tell Josh Allen who's really going to win the AFC East this year. So I'll make sure I let him know that. And I'll let him know who's coming for his MVP title, too. So I'll let him know that in person. Woodster.
Real quick, just this answer. Yeah. I just want to answer this question from Sharon Bell.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I personally don't think that is what that means.
What's what mean? Who said it? Who's saying what? I can put it up.
Sharon, this most recent comment here from Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon. Okay, yep.
So is it possible that Justin Fields struggles at practice, says that our defense is better than we thought?
Sure. Yeah.
I personally, I'm gonna have to say probably not. I mean, it's more close. No, what? What are you saying? What are you talking about?
It could be. It's possible.
No, I wouldn't say it is actually. Boy Green, he already listed all these reasons. New team, new scheme.
That's true.
Toes, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. But the defense, nah, come on now. Because I've seen somebody even said, they DM'd me. They went out of their way to DM me. It was like, yo, Brandon Stevens, he made some plays. And I said, okay, cool. He making plays against Josh Reynolds. Come on now, get out my face with that. All right, tell me when he makes a play on T. Higgins. Okay, tell me when he makes a play on George Pickens, someone who we were just talking about. He's going to be facing him. All right, and you coming to me talking about, oh, do you see him against Josh Reynolds?
He shut down Alan Lazard, man. Okay.
Come on now. Sometimes my guy Alan Lazard shuts himself down. Sometimes. All right, so there's nothing, no feather in the cap for doing anything against Lazard and Reynolds. The defense, it's solid. It's not going to be great. If you're expecting it to be great this year, I think you're going to be unpleasantly surprised.
Unpleasantly surprised. That's not great. Well, everybody, thank you so much. Again, No Boy Green Daily tomorrow. We will have content in unique ways. I'll explain that live from Bill's camp as we're doing that. So I'll be a credentialed media member. I'll be there in the media scrum with all the coaches and players and try to get you guys some interesting coverage from a Jets perspective in Bill's camp. I'll keep you posted on whatever the hell that's going to look like. Wudi, great times, man.
Absolutely. See you on Thursday.
Peace out.